What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Not sure if you remember the last video of the misfire. If not, here's a replay. Basically, we ran into a little trouble at the racetrack. Nothing too serious, but I was videotaping my girlfriend driving the car and it made a pass at about 100 miles an hour, misfiring heavily. And after we turned it off, it went back to normal. Consulted with a few parties, and I was told that I may be running a gap that's too wide in the spark plugs. Took them out, measured them. I was at 0.026. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the stock gap on the A4 right out the factory is 0.032, but we did, since it was new, we did switch to RS3 coils and RS7 plugs, which are at 0.026 at the moment. So what we ended up doing is just regapped the same exact set of spark plugs, which are 0.026 out of the box, down to 0.023, and right now those are in the car. In a second, you're going to see a time lapse of the disassembly and reassembly of the spark plugs and the coils and whatnot, just to make the change. But my hope is, and I'm not going to find out for a while, at least I hope not, but I'm about to get on the highway, put a little load in the engine and see if it behaves normally. But I probably won't find out if it's the correct gap until January 29th, which is the next scheduled day at Willow Springs that we have with the organization I run with. And I'm kind of hoping I don't have to go through this again. I don't like too much work on my own car, but you know, just kind of one of those things where it wasn't something the shop wanted to deal with, so they just told me what to do and I did it. Really hoping I don't have to go back to this, but I do have a spare set of the same spark plugs, just brand new in the box, waiting to go back in if in case 0.023 is a little too narrow, I guess, of a gap. So take a look at the time lapse. There's going to be no commentary, no music in the background, so it's just going to be a very dull video. But just to show you what we did, we're just taking it apart, putting it back on. You can pause it, slow it down. If there's any questions, obviously drop it in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer them. Spark plugs, we had to look up the torque specs, and it is at 21 foot-pound, so torque them down nice. Hopefully, again, no issues come as a result of doing what we did, and this is a workable gap that we can use in the car. Take a look at the time lapse. There's going to be a little break in between, and I'll show you the old and new spark plugs. Well, the new one's in the box anyways. But thanks for coming back again. Happy to have some content to upload to YouTube. Hopefully the next content isn't going to be an issue with the car. So thanks for checking in. If you're liking the videos, please do subscribe. Do appreciate all the support I get from you guys on the channel, and I'm trying to see what else I can upload, I guess. These are the old spark plugs. They just came out. These are gapped at 0.026. And then the new ones, same part number. We gapped these guys at 0.023 and hoping we don't run into a misfire. If we do, back to square one. So I'm going to put these ones back in, and on January 29th, we'll find out if it's a good idea or a bad idea. Moment of truth. Let's see if she starts. Seemingly it works. That CEL is from my O2 sensor. Keeps coming on and off. I think it's burnt out. But yeah, it seems to work just fine. We'll find out on January 29th at Willow Springs if we continue to have misfires or if gapping the spark plug a little tighter worked for it. Again, the specs are 0.023 gap on the same NGKs that are ran on RS7s. Let's see how it works.